All right, chapter 6, now discovering your strengths for Dr. Doyle. Obviously, this chapter was Sam Mendes and Phil Jackson. And when I saw Phil Jackson, I want to be a coach one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read it again. So I've been somewhat impressed with this whole book that has found a way to keep my interest. There's really not many books that I've read that keep my interest very long. In this book, we're getting down towards the end here. Chapter 7, I think there's one more. And I think this one was probably one of my favorites because you really, everybody that is successful or that wants to be successful listens to people that are successful, that have been successful, that give them advice, that tell them how they did it, how to do it. So that's what I like. If I want to be the best baseball coach in the world, I want to have a conversation with the best baseball coach in the world. And that's what I liked about this chapter is, hey, we want to be the best leaders. Let's talk to some of the best leaders in the world. So Sam Mendes, his philosophy, he's an Oscar-winning director. He directed a film. He's a film director. He's had multiple people that have blown up under him, and so this was what I noted from him. And this is kind of a longer quote, but at the end of the day, this sums it up. This sums up, his style of leadership perfectly, the way he does it perfectly. So. They asked him to describe his success, and this is what he said. I am not a master class director. I am not a teacher. I am a coach. I don't have a methodology, whatever. A methodology. I don't know how to say it. Methodology. Either way, each actor is different, and on the film set, you have to be next to them all, touching them on the shoulder, saying, I'm with you. I know exactly how you're working. For me, my future, I think, could be coaching baseball in my leadership role. That is spot on. The kids have to know, I say kids like I'm not one of them, but kids have to know that you're with them. You're going to, you're helping them. You're not tearing them down. You're not, belittling these kids. But you're on their team and you're with them and you know what they're going through. And, hey, in baseball terms, you know that kid. You know what that kid's going through when he's in a slump, when he's 0 for his last 40. And we have to figure out how to help that kid and what helped me. And I'll take that and apply that to these kids. But, he says, I'm not a master class director. He's not making these people do anything a certain way. He's got his hand on their shoulder telling them, you know what, I know you can do it, and you're going to go do it. And I think that's powerful, unbelievably powerful. And I liked Phil Jackson's story as well. He was a 6-time NBA championship winning coach. He coached with the Chicago Bulls. I think he was coaching as of a couple years ago in the NBA. But I've always liked Phil Jackson, and he's got a lot of spotlight in his life. And I follow a lot of different sports, and many coaches will talk to him. So I really enjoyed reading his piece. But that little section with the film director just totally hit home, and I think that summarized being a leader perfectly. And then this chapter goes into the 1-by-1, which is there's 34 themes of strength finding, and it goes through each one, how to manage a person strong in achiever, how to manage a person strong in competition, which is the one I liked, and I don't want to just list all 34 of these, but I do like competition because if I decide to work one day, I'm going to want to work with people that have drive, people that are hungry to be successful. They have competition. They want to win. They want to be the number one salesman in the country or the number one salesman in our organization or whatever that looks like. People want to compete and people want to win. I think that's important. Phil Jackson talks about the importance of competition and just never feeling complacent. You're always gonna want more and need more and want to achieve more and do better and win more and be the best. So that was my chapter 6, discovering your strengths, takeaways. I hope it was all right, and thank you.